Good evening, I'm Steve Johnson. You can get our iPhone, iPad, and Android app available for free in the App Store and on Google Play. The Dove is also available on Roku as well. From the Dove newsroom at this hour, despite smoky skies in the state, progress is being made to fight several fires. The 12,000-acre Grant County Complex fire is now 95% contained. The larger Douglas Complex fire just north of Glendale is 50% contained at over 45,000 acres, and the Big Windy Complex 8 miles northwest of Galice is 15% contained at over 15,000 acres. Firefighters responded to smoke coming from a Bend home on Tuesday afternoon and discovered it was coming from a theatrical smoke-generating machine that had been left on while the occupants were away. The call apparently came during a busy period when Bend Fire and Rescue had to ask the Redmond Fire Department for help with a flurry of fire and medical calls. The Oregon Bureau of Labor and Industries is investigating the claim of a same-sex couple who claims they were discriminated by a Gresham bakery. The Bureau's Civil Rights Division will determine whether the Oregon Equality Act of 2007 was violated. The couple say they were refused a wedding cake because of their sexual orientation. The Bureau has up to a year to decide whether or not to go ahead with that case. The death of a Roseburg veteran has resulted in an internal investigation by the Veterans Administration. It's the result of the death of 61-year-old Ray Velez, who went to the Veterans Hospital for a hernia operation. The night of the operation, Velez was taken to a medical center in Eugene, where it appears he went into cardiac arrest en route to the hospital 70 miles away. That's after suffering massive internal bleeding. Now the VA is investigating the matter, and an internal email is said to indicate that a nurse failed to determine Velez was bleeding internally following that surgery. Secretary of State auditors estimate if all high-risk criminal offenders in Oregon received drug treatment, state programs and crime victims would have saved nearly $22 million between 2008 and 2011. The audit tracked about 4,500 offenders who were the most likely to reoffend and who had a serious drug problem. It found only half received treatment after they left prison. According to the audit, 70% of inmates in 2012 had a substance abuse problem. Now let's take a look at your weather, brought to you by Grange Co-op. And we can expect some smoky conditions for the Medford and Grants Pass area with a high of 94 tomorrow. Overnight low tonight about 63. Smoky conditions existing Friday and through the weekend, a high Friday of about 92. For the Klamath Falls area, clear skies tonight though with a low of 52. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 86. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 84 degrees. Along the coast, we can expect some partly cloudy skies tonight, 56 the low, 68 tomorrow with cloudy conditions, fog in the morning on Friday with a temperature of 69 as the high, lows in the mid-50s. And for Northern California and Wairika, that smoke expected to extend into the weekend as well, with a low of 60 tonight, rising to 93 tomorrow with a high of 91 on Friday, with the lows somewhere in the low 60 range. And that's a look at news and weather. You're up to date with the latest here on the Dove.